Right, are we actually live for once? Yes, we are. Okay, let me actually share this link out to everyone. Got a banging cold again, so I don't know if I'll be live for this long. But listen, we are back, and it's been a while since I've gone live, and I wasn't doing a match reaction to the game against Sporting. But if I'm being completely real, there's nothing to break down because the game was that bad. And yes, we're in a semi-final. Fantastic for the second season running, but you could tell like, the atmosphere around the club for getting to a champ. 1 second. The atmosphere around the club getting to a Champions League semi-final. It's weird because I've not seen anyone on social media, even the sort of atmosphere in the stadium. It's like no one was excited that Arsenal Football Club are in the semi-finals of the Champions League, and when you get that to the final four in any competition, it's meant to be an exciting mood. It's meant to be, you're looking forward to who you get. In our case, Atletico Madrid. You're meant to be, thinking about who we're going to get in the final. But there's none of that at all. And the sole reason down to that is the way we're playing at the minute. It's diabolical. And I think like, if you're looking at the game last night as well, PSG, not PSG, Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid. Look at the football on display in that game, and look at the draws we had to watch. And to be fair, it was a nothing game. We got the job done in the first leg. Fair play to Kai Havertz and Martinelli, who were involved in that goal. But I saw the team lineup and I thought we're not going to win this game anyway. We probably will go through. We'll scam our way past Sporting. But are we going to actually, beat Atletico Madrid? Are we going to, if we get to the final, are we going to win it? And you're looking at that game, and what brings you confidence? What brings you any confidence at all? Let me actually get the starting 11 up. Nope, I went back on StreamYard. Okay, Arsenal, Sporting. We're gonna try and go through the players one by one because there's literally been nothing to go off of at all. So let's go to the game. Let's go to right. First of all, David Raya. I don't know what Arteta says to this guy when he's in training. I don't know what he says to him when he's, like when he's sort of analysing his performances, what he's saying to them, what he's doing in training. But this guy and his fucking hell, my nose is fucking annoying. This guy and his passing out the back. Last week, he was attempting fucking oh my god. Last week, right? He was attempting Travellas outside the boot passes. Today, he was trying to punch it straight into midfield, but gave it away multiple times. Pretty much the highlight of David Raya's game is him just doing that. Him doing that, apologising. Why does this guy always do it? And look, it's obviously an instruction by Mikel Arteta to play out the back. However, it does get to a point where you've got to look at what you're doing and just stop. Like, don't. If you got to go long, albeit your career's up front at times, can't hold the ball at all. Just kick it away. Just kick it long. Instead, you're putting us under pressure, making like 4-on-3s, 5-on-3s, 5-on-4s, for no reason. And when he's attempted this type of passing, let's be real, this is part of the reason why he had about 38 touches, something stupid like that, against Bournemouth, and was one of our most involved players. That is why, because we're relying on not only him, Saliba to make line breaking passes. You're relying on your goalkeeper and your centre backs to make line breaking passes when that is the job of your midfield. Like I said, this system is so backwards. Like when your defensive minded players are getting more involved in the game than your attackers, that is a massive problem in itself. So David Raya, look, you're a good goalkeeper, but no one is coming to the Emirates or going away from home to watch you make line breaking passes. That is what our midfield is for. Okay, right. Right, we're back. What the fuck happened to the share screen? Okay. Right, okay. Where was I? Okay, I was right. So we analysed David Raya. Right, Gabriel and Saliba, they didn't really have a lot to do. And the fact that Saliba was trying to make passes from the back and punching it through, yeah, I don't know what that was about. And it did, I think at one point, it almost got us into trouble. And then our two best players, in my opinion, Christian Mosquera at right back, although there were times where I felt he weren't that comfortable there, and Piero Hincapié. Our fullbacks who are centre backs were our two best players. I don't get how that makes sense. And by the way, big up to Manny. Hey Ash, sorry I'm late, a bit late. Listen, don't worry. The facts. Listen, anyone who tunes in takes time out of their day. I appreciate it a lot. And yeah, big up to you as well. And listen, I'm sure even you can vouch for this. Our two fullbacks were probably our two best players. Hincapié was a very important attacking outlet at times. He was getting us forward. He was aggressive. He was the Hincapié we saw before the Carabao Cup final, and that's the only game really where he's been shit. And that was mainly down to him being booked early, which obviously was not a obviously not a, what do you call it? It wasn't a yellow card. However, let's be real, he has probably been one of our best players this season, and that says a lot. Gabriel, Nkapie, trying to figure anyone else because our attack has been shit. Our midfielders have been bang average at times. You can say Declan Rice has been probably one of our better players. I can hear that, but um, apart from that, nothing. Zubimendi, I thought was definitely one of his better games for Arsenal, and one thing I'll say about Zubi, going back that way, bang average, not good enough. Going the other way, he's actually looks half decent. And the amount of times that he was getting to the byline, crossing the ball, doing what Granit Xhaka used to do for Arsenal. I saw him do quite a bit of that yesterday, and I thought he actually looks all right. But yeah, this midfield was Declan Rice and Zubimendi. It's not balanced at all. And to be fair, even Eze, he wasn't great, but there were times where he was trying to get on the ball. There were things that he's trying to make things happen. But if you look at the shit he's got in front of him, what do you expect? We'll start with Madueke. Probably one of the worst signings ever for Arsenal that I can remember. We have had worse players, but the fee we paid for him, the things that he does on the pitch or doesn't do, this guy, he's so predictable. Literally, tries to get past his fullback, takes too much of a heavy touch, and it goes out for a goal kick. That is how this guy plays, and it'll come off once every. I don't know. It won't even come off. Let's be real. Gyökeres, I thought was not anonymous. It worked great. Martinelli, same with him, just a head down run merchant. I've always called that front three the low IQ front three, and we're seeing why. Because there's no footballing IQ between these three. And yes, Eze weren't great, but what the fuck could he do when he's got these people in front of him? Now, if you're playing the likes of maybe Trossard, Gyökeres, and Bukayo Saka when he's actually playing all right, then it's not too bad. And maybe if you're playing even Downman, Trossard, Gyökeres, that's better. But when you have, because let's be real, our striker's not the most technically gifted footballer in the world. However, you've got to put footballers around him that are technically sound as well. When you put the likes of these two there, you get shit. You get shit Gyökeres. And to be fair, there were a few times where he did hold up the ball yesterday, and it was all right. However, still not good enough. And to be fair, Jesus, I thought Jesus had a decent cameo when he came on. I thought he actually gave us a bit of spark. His shot hit the side netting, but he was actually driving the players. Kai Havertz didn't really notice him. Trossard, it was all right. And Bauman tried as well, but he was getting fouled quite a bit, to be fair. And they were definitely targeting him. Yeah, so and even Manny saying, I'll definitely say Capie was our best player. Several of our stars had poor games yesterday. I could totally agree with that. Did you hear about Alex Mander's passing? Manager's passing, very sad news. His role in a 97-98 double season shouldn't be forgotten. Yeah, sad news. That season I wasn't even born. I was born in 06, so I didn't really remember him at all. But yeah, when obviously you mentioned that his role in our 98 double season was vital. I'll definitely take your word for that because I was not around then. But yeah, he was younger as well, weren't he? He was like, I saw it on Instagram earlier. He was not old at all. He was very young. He was 48 years old. That is, yeah, that's horrible, man. And listen, condolences to his family, his friends, and yeah, I'm seeing a lot of what he actually done, his role in the squad, in terms of what for Arsenal. Was it Liverpool that he was at as well? Um, I may be wrong, but I did see something about that because let's be honest, I didn't really know a lot about him. Um, the goalkeepers that I knew from Arsenal were the likes of Lehmann, Czech, David Seaman, uh, stuff like that, goalkeepers like that. You don't really hear about the second choice goalkeepers a lot in terms of this, but yeah, I did know about him, and yeah, it's horrible. Played in 6 of our 7 FA Cup ties and a few league games that season. 48 is no race exactly, it's not. Um, yeah, and he also played for Juve, Liverpool, among other clubs, and 33 caps for Austria as well. Wow. As to be fair, thank you for educating me as well because I don't really know a lot about him. Um, and yeah, it's horrible, man. And the likes of the footballers that we've lost over the past couple of years, it's horrible, man. Yeah, hope they do a good. Because I think his death got announced today, so maybe even at the Etihad, and definitely the next home game, which is I think it's like Fulham or Newcastle. There definitely will be a nice tribute to him and what he done for Arsenal. But yeah, listen, on that Sporting game, there's literally not a lot to talk about at all. Um, but now that we've talked about that game, we can talk a little bit about Man City, Arsenal. Now, based on how we played against Sporting, I'm going to say this right now. We are going to get absolutely. I had to say a few words there that weren't YouTube friendly, but we are going to get smashed if we play like that because that game suited us perfectly. We never had to attack. We could just not sit back. We could just do our possession, boring, rubbish football, and walk out with the result. And we're lucky Sporting Lisbon didn't really have a go. To be fair, a lot. They had sort of moments where they weren't really going to capitalise on any of them. When you got a cold as well, your ears just pop. Yeah, I can't have one of them. It's crazy. Mosquera seems to be a very solid presence at right back, but it can't really overlap. But that's the price we're paying for Brenny Blanco's ineptitude. As to be fair, Ben White, he's been running to the ground as well. And if you look at our squad, Rice looks knackered. Look what he's done to Bukayo Saka. Who else has he ruined? Zubimendi's played way too much this season when Norgard was there, and Norgard is more than capable of playing games like this. This guy has a squad, and he has no idea how to manage it. I really worry about Declan Rice. 1 day before the end of the season will break down. If he misses the World Cup, he must sue Arteta for malpractice. 100%. And literally, like I said earlier, he looks shattered. He looks shattered against Sporting. Norgard must be brought in. You know what? It sounds crazy, but I started for Sunday. I genuinely was starting for Sunday. Yes, Zubimendi had a decent game, but if Rice don't make the Man City game, he's gonna go with Eze, Havertz, and Zubimendi. I would go with Zubimendi, Norgard, and Eze as that midfield. That was me personally, because Zubi, in my opinion, is not good enough for the 6. Norgard, I'm not saying Norgard's great, but he can play there. He's capable of playing there. And Eze, obviously, I'd rather play out of anyone else, any other one of our 10 options. But to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy starts with Mendy, Rice, and Norgard. This guy is going to go to the Etihad for a draw. And if we do that, we're going to lose. If we have any balls about us, we set up at the Etihad to go and win. But this guy doesn't. And that's why, in my opinion, we lose on Saturday. Or Sunday even. But hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we go up there and we put a performance in and we win. Spot on about Arteta. Give a bad carpenter a set of good tools, he'll stick up, he'll still muck up the job. Listen, we're giving this guy like the full Milwaukee set, the full Makita set, the Walt set, Festal set. Yeah, we bought this guy some good, nice Festal tools. Gave him some Milwaukee combi drills, a multi-tool, a nice multi-tool, XR batteries from the Walt, stuff, whatever you want. Gave him all the nice screwdrivers, the massive levels, because I work in the trade. I know what this guy, I know all about all these tools. Got a full-on chop saw out with dust extractor. And this guy uses the tools that broke the other day. Araya still starts to really cheese me off. He's like a child. He's like a child with severe case of eight. Oh, wow, it's crazy. One day he'll cost us a big game or a trophy and fans will see through him. He's not the bee's knees. Mate, no pun intended, mate. No pun intended, right? Listen, it's been a good stream. I've got to end it here because I cannot speak any longer. This cold, this hay fever, it absolutely driving me crazy. But listen, it's been a good stream. It's been a nice chat. And yeah, we look forward. I say, do we look forward to Atletico Madrid? Because I'm not, at the moment, I'm not looking too forward to it, in my opinion. We got them on 29th of April. So what, 14 days? No, 13 days, sorry. And on the 5th of May again. So, listen, hope and pray in it. Hope and pray, because the way it's going at the minute, I don't know what's going to happen. And listen, yeah, 100%. I want to start doing streams with other people as well. And listen, I'll get in touch. You got me on Twitter. Listen, obviously, life is busy at the minute, especially what's it called? Especially with stuff like obviously it's games every 3 days. Obviously, stuff like outside of football obviously goes on. That's how life goes, isn't it? But I definitely, especially for next season as well, I want to get a few collabs going. And yeah, it's what? Yeah, Aston Villa tonight, isn't it? Yeah, we've got Europa League tonight. Whoopee! I probably will because I want to watch that Bayern Madrid game back as well. So I think I can watch it back on TNT Sports, which is nice. Who we got? So we've got Forest, Porto, Villa, Bologna. I think Palace play tonight against Fiorentina away. So yeah, we're gonna end it here. Thanks to everybody, whether you're watching on playback, whether you're watching on live right now. Hope you all had a nice evening. Enjoy some Europa League football. And yeah, we'll be back maybe tomorrow with a stream, because I might do the pre-Etihad stream tomorrow because my brother's birthday's on Saturday, so I probably won't be around for that. But yeah, Friday, look frightening. They'll give their semi-final opponents a run for their money. I don't really watch Friday like that, but I probably will try and get a few games going at once, like I tried to yesterday. But my dodgy link let me down. Let's put it that way. But yeah, happy birthday to your brother in March. Yeah, listen, thank you so much for that. I'm sure he'll appreciate that as well. But yeah, listen, thank you so much. I'm out.